The man removed a piece of iron plate, folded one side into a half-funnel shape, and placed it on top of an iron box. He then placed snow at the highest point of the iron plate, relying on the intense sunlight during the day. Thus, a simple water-making device was completed. Others kicked out grooves in the snow and arranged the luggage boxes in order, hoping their formation would be noticed by rescue teams. Just then, the roar of airplane engines suddenly echoed from the sky. The survivors were overjoyed. After being stranded on the snowy mountain for days, they finally had hope of being rescued. But to their surprise, even as the plane grew distant, it never spotted them. The group fell into deep despair. If this continued, they would eventually starve to death there. Then, one man had an idea. If they could find the tail section of the plane that had crashed elsewhere, they could retrieve the battery and repair the radio, ensuring their rescue. 3 men immediately set out to search for the tail section containing the battery. However, after enduring great hardships to climb halfway up the mountain, they discovered that there was no trace of the tail section wreckage. As night fell, they had to hurry back to the wreckage of the fuselage. Otherwise, the sudden drop in temperature would freeze them to death. The group huddled once again in the narrow cabin. Having gone without food for several days, they faced a tremendous ordeal. If they didn't eat soon, they would starve to death at any moment. At that moment, one of the survivors suddenly voiced a bold idea. Only by eating their deceased companions would they have a chance to survive until rescue arrived. Although everyone was deeply shocked upon hearing the news, they had no choice but to accept it in the face of life-threatening circumstances. Through their collective efforts, they finally managed to have a proper meal, regaining their strength. A mechanic then repaired a damaged radio, but upon hearing the broadcast inside, they were utterly devastated. It turned out that the search and rescue team had ceased their efforts, as no one had ever survived a crash in the Andes Mountains. The group screamed hysterically, as this news had shattered all their hopes. Several more days passed, and the group seemed to have grown accustomed to this life. They huddled inside the cabin, playing and laughing, as if they had accepted this place as their final resting place. But then an unexpected event occurred. They suddenly sensed something was wrong. A sudden avalanche had buried them. The first to emerge rushed to rescue their companions, but by the time they managed to climb out,